Welcome to On the Beat, everyone. I'm Troy Thompson. We're talking with attorney Will Cooper from Crowell Gillis Cooper, and today we're talking all about personal injury. And I know it's a conversation that I want to have because all we see on our TV screens is all these big branded legal firms that, you know, just hammer home, we got you a $2 million legal result, blah, blah, blah. And I sit there and I think, okay, I want to understand this personal injury law. Okay, so welcome back. Thank you for coming back to the show.
Great to be here. All
right, personal injury comes under what umbrella?
It's a big umbrella. So
it's a big one.
You know, automobile accidents, when you're injured working at work, whether if you're injured on a machine, products liability, medical malpractice, anything that involves an injury and then negligence on a part of a party.
At what point do we know that it's a personal injury that we need the lawyer? Now, when I say this to you, so I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's just say I fall over in the grocery store and I didn't see that yellow cone that they put up saying slippery when wet or something. But it's there, but I didn't see it. And I hurt myself. Is the first thing I need to do is call you? Well, what's that process?
Yeah, in a slip and fall case, they are very hard cases to prove because you have to prove the store had either personal knowledge or what's called constructive knowledge. They knew or should have known that the substance was on the floor. So why do you need a lawyer there? Well, you need to immediately send a letter to the grocery store, to the convenience store, to wherever, and say, preserve any and all video evidence at that time, because one of the key factors is how long the substance has been on the floor that caused you to slip and fall. And because of that, you need to preserve that video to know how long it's been there, because that is the key to winning a slip and fall case.
It's so funny. I don't know why, but because I do these type of interviews, I'm always on the lookout. Right. I'm your best friend.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Even when I'm in the supermarkets, I look to see where those things are because I do worry, if I do fall, is it going to be possible for me to go into litigation?
Right.
Or am I going to be hit with all the expenses?
Right.
You know?
And so the only way that you can actually be successful in those, if you can prove that they knew or should have known the substance was there and then failed to clean it up or warn that the substance was there.
Okay, one of our viewers sent in this question for you. You ready for this?
Right.
Okay, how is an injured person compensated under the workers' compensation law?
Well, so the main difference is if you're injured on the job, you don't have to prove negligence.
Right.
In other words, you have to just prove that you were injured while working in the course and scope of your employment. And we have a statutory system that handles the workers' comp portion.
Well, what's the limitations on that, if you wouldn't mind me asking?
And so the limitations is that the most you can ever be entitled to be compensated in a workers' comp case is the 2/3 of your average weekly wage, subject to the weekly maximum, which is in 2021, I think it's $523 a week for a period of 450 weeks. So that's the most you could ever get. So you won't hear of all these $1 million settlements in workers' comp.
Okay, let's just jump back to personal injury, if you wouldn't mind. One thing I've often wanted to know, and so have people I've spoken to, how are you compensated for these law cases?
Well, I'll talk about the commercials you see where they say, I don't collect a dime.
I don't take a penny.
I don't take a dime until you collect a dollar. And literally, they are contingency fee basis.
Right.
So it does not cost you one dime out of your pocket to file those cases.
All right. Well, always good. And thanks for being honest about that.
Well, and if I could add one thing, the only thing I would add is local attorneys in those cases, we do handle those cases. Yeah. And it's not a situation where it's a situation where we know the judges. Yeah. We have relationships with jurors. And so it's very helpful to have local guys.
We appreciate you. If you want to find out more information, there it all is up on the screen, everyone. Back after this short break.